Okay, so I am first starting off with my finger loom and my guide tube, and we are going to go ahead and take our first band. By the way, we will be making a fishtail today, and slide that on. Now I'm going to take my guide tube and insert it into the finger loom like so, and then I'm going to take this end here. As you can see, there's a little raise or a little catch or hook in the guide tube, so I'm going to use that and pick up this far side here on my finger loom, and then I'm going to twist this around so that way my guide tube goes behind this band, so that way the hook or the raise in the top of the guide tube is towards me. It's on my side, as you can see here, it's towards me. Now I'm going to use that hook and I'm going to scoop up this end of the rubber band. Almost got it, here we go. So I'm going to catch that end on to right here, so that way you get something like this. So do that again. Move this so that way the hook catches this band. And once you've got that caught on the hook of your guide tube, you're going to twist your guide tube, and it doesn't matter which way you turn it, but you turn it so that way the band catches on like so. So now you've got something like this, and you're just going to leave the guide tube here. And it doesn't really matter how far up or down you place the band on your guide tube, but I'm going to leave it at about here. So just so you guys know. So you're going to hold on tight to that, and we're going to add our next band color, which for me will be pink. And you're going to attach that onto the finger loom, and you're going to let the band go across the guide tube here. So that way you get something like this. So pretty easy for the second band, you just place that around. And then you're going to take another band and put that around on here. Just like that. So, same thing for the top two bands. And now, like a regular fishtail, you're going to grab the very bottom band right here and pull it over. So grab this band and pull it over all those other ones there, and then you can turn this now, grab the very bottom band here on this side and pull it over, and it doesn't matter which side you do first, as long as they both get hooked over. Then you can slide your bands down, and we can go ahead and add another band on. So I'm going to add on my green one now. So now we've got 3 bands stacked on top of each other. I'm going to grab this very bottom one here, the pink one, and pull it over. Bottom one on the other side that's pink, and pull it over. Keep going, and you can adjust the guide tube as needed. So now I'm going to take my next color, which for me is going to be purple. Put that across here, just like that. Then grab the very bottom band and pull it up and over all those bands, and on the other side grab the very bottom band here, pull it up and over all those other bands there, so that you've got something like this. So now we're going to go ahead, add our next band color on, which for me I'm going to start over again with clear, the clear glitter band, and then you should have something like this. And I'm going to grab the very bottom band, pull it up and over, just like that. I'll give you a top view of this one. Grab the very bottom band and pull it up and over. So from what I'm learning from doing this so far, it is slightly difficult to start the bracelet for the first 2 bands that you hook over, just because the guide tube is not as stable. But now that I've done quite a few stitches, it's stable and I'm not worrying about it falling out or twisting or anything. So it's looking good so far. So what you want to do is build your bracelet so that way it trails down, and the very end, the very first band you put on your finger loom and hooked over, is at the end of this guide tube here. So that's kind of the purpose. You want it to grow downwards here. So I'm going to show you how to do the stitch 3 more times, and then I'll be going off camera to finish this just for time's sake. So I'm going to add on my next band, and then hook the bottom bands over on both sides. Like that. So as you can see, this is what the top of mine looks like. And then I'm going to add my next band on. Just like that. Pull this over. And if you have a finger loom already, this is basically the exact same thing as a fishtail, except you've just got a guide tube here. So nothing significantly different. And it's almost the same as the loom, it's just that your fingers are doing the hooking now. So put the band around and grab the bottom layer and pull over. Bottom layer and pull it over. Just like that. So at this point I'm going to go off camera to finish up my fishtail. You can make this as long or as short as you want. You can make it all the way down so that way the fishtail goes down here. You can stop up to here if you want. It's all up to you. But I'll be right back to show you what my fishtail looks like when I'm done and also how to apply it to your hair. Okay, so I have now finished making my fishtail on my hair loom here, and I didn't make it too long, just that way the application process is easier for the purpose of this video, but this is basically what my fishtail looks like now. And to finish this off, I'm going to go ahead and slide the guide tube up a little bit. So just push the bands down a little bit, so that way it sticks up like this. And now we are going to take the two bands on each side. So I'm going to start with the right side. I've got two bands here, a purple and a green one. I'm going to carefully pull this off of the finger loom over here and then slide this to the opposite side of the hair, of the guide tip here. So that way it looks like this. And I'm going to do the same thing to the opposite side. Grab the two bands that are here. Lift them off of the finger loom and transfer them over to the opposite side of the guide tube. And now you can securely remove your guide tube from your finger loom and transfer this fishtail bracelet to your hair. So today I will be doing this on my sister's hair, but this is very easy to do on your own hair as well. It's just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do it on her. You're going to need your guide tube, obviously, with your completed bracelet or fishtail pattern on it, and also your hook, which looks like this. If you are afraid of the rubber bands getting caught or stuck in your hair, then you can use a hair serum. For example, my favorite hair serum is the Giovanni Frisbee Gone. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit of this on the piece of hair that I'm going to be putting the rubber bands on. So choose about this big of a section, maybe a little bit less. Stop laughing!
I have an itch. It itches.
So I've got the piece of hair that I've applied the serum to in my hand, and I'm just going to hold on to that as I take the hook and the guide tube, and I'm going to slide the guide tube with this kind of widened side at the bottom and slide this on. So that way you get something like this. And you're going to want to hold on to this. This is just how I'm holding on to it. And taking this hair, I'm going to slide it onto the hook, just like this. And then I'm going to push the guide tube over the tip of the hook and use the hook to pull the hair through the guide tube. So now this is what the guide tube looks like on the hair. So it is movable, just leave it here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to slide these rubber bands off of the guide tube and onto the hair. So for this you want to make sure that you've got no pieces of stray hair in the way, because then you might get tangled. And now I'm going to gently slide the rubber bands onto her hair, and I'm going to fast forward this part for the sake of time. Okay, so now I'm just making some minor adjustments to the fishtail on her hair, but as you can see, it looks super cool. And because her hair is super long, obviously I would need a longer fishtail to achieve optimal results, but it looks pretty cool, as you can see, with this piece of hair decorated with the fishtail in it. So if this were in the front, you could frame your face with it, make a cool accessory out of it to match your outfits and stuff like that. So This is how you apply a fishtail to your hair, and this is definitely transferable, the same techniques with any other design that you decide to make on your finger loom. And I will have more tutorials coming in the future also, showing you how to make other designs on your finger loom and how to put them on your hair loom and put them in your hair. So that is it for the tutorial segment, and now on to the conclusion of this video. So I hope you all enjoyed the hair loom review. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up for me and hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and find me on all my social media sites that are in the description box down below, like always, especially on Instagram because I post a lot on there. What am I doing? If you'd like to purchase your own hair loom, there's a link in the description box down below to the rainbowloom.com website where you can buy your own. So be sure to go check that out. This is a super awesome product. I definitely recommend it. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!